Hello, I'm Heather.
And I'm Ryan.
Welcome to the podcast. It's game night, it's sibling rivalry, it's a walk down memory lane, but most importantly, it's politics free.
Guaranteed.
Welcome to the Politics Free Podcast, the final and 10th round of Stuff Happens. Here's how it works. We have a set of cards. Each card describes a horrible situation and is ranked on a misery index from 1 least miserable to 100 most miserable. I'll rank 3 cards in the order of their misery index number, and then Ryan will have to correctly place a 4th card into that sequence. Then we'll switch it around and it'll be my turn. Whoever guesses most accurately wins the ever-coveted Gloating Rights Trophy. Ryan?
Until next time. Until we play again.
Oh my God. So Ryan, are you ready for your cards?
I am ready.
Great. Card number 1. Frostbite. Lose 7 toes. 83.
Yeah.
Slip on a patch of ice. 40.1.
I think they placed that too high.
They really did. Massive zit on nose, 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to place the following horrible situation. Break a heel.
What's the picture? Is it break your actual heel or break a heel off your stiletto?
Break a heel off your stiletto.
Okay. I think I would rather slip on a patch of ice. No. I'd rather break a heel than slip on a...
So let me paint a picture here for you. Let me give you some skinny here, because I feel like you've never worn a pair of heels. I could be wrong. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong.
So the danger here,
you could break your ankle.
Other than mild annoyance, yes, you could injure your ankle breaking a heel off your shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And should we go with worst case scenario? We kind of decided we would.
Okay, well, if you slip on a patch of ice, you could knock yourself out. You could get concussed.
Right. You could also be barely hurt at all and just embarrassed, like this one time. Because, okay, my house is right across the road from the post office, which is fairly busy throughout the day. And I was down there shoveling some snow, and I slipped, and I flew parallel with the ground and landed on my back. Now, It didn't really hurt. I was not in pain. I just kind of lay there for a second and then fist pumped the air like a champion, because I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere saw me land.
Nice.
So it was mildly humiliating, but really, outside of that, my slipping on a patch of ice experience has not been horrible.
Would you say that the time that you broke so-and-so's heel on her shoe, which I believe, if I recall correctly, you were going down some stairs?
Yeah, in the episode where we talked about falling downstairs, I fell downstairs and broke a heel at the same time. That was actually worse. It was slightly worse, but I was also falling down a flight of stairs.
That's true.
That's
you had 2 sets of misery going on there.
I really did. What an awful day for me.
Okay. Break a heel. I'm going to put it at 35.
Okay. Moment of truth. 16.1. You did correctly place the card. Revel in the joy of a correctly placed card. Don't hang your head in shame and agony, Ryan. Listen,
all right.
I have, at this point in my life, so gotten over pimples, I don't even care when I have them. And Mike gets so annoyed at me. He's like, you going to pop that? Like, if I have a very obvious pimple, I'm like, no, it's not ready. He's like, yeah, but it's distracting. I'm like, yeah, but there's an exact point at which popping it is not painful, and I'm waiting for that to happen, and then I will pop it.
I'm just disappointed because I knew it was going to be lower, but you made me feel like it was higher.
I'm sorry I did that to you.
I hate you.
I'm sorry.
All right, you ready for your cards?
Yes. But wait, I wasn't done.
But wait, there's more.
I did one time get a massive boil on the side of my nose, right up near my eye.
Oof.
It actually blocked out my vision, part of my vision for a little while.
Wow.
And I had it for quite some time, and I was starting to get very despondent over this nasty boil in the middle of my... you could not see this thing on my face. It was horrendous. And so one day I just popped it. I was like, what happens if I punch a hole in this thing?
And it oozed
The story
everywhere.
now gets groped. Yeah, no, it just kept going and going and going, but it shrunk down by like half. I was like, oh, that's useful. I'm just going to keep doing. And then eventually went away with me squeezing everything out of it. Was it a pimple? I don't know. It didn't look like one. It was like a boil. A friend of mine, I was like remembering about it. I was reminiscing, if you will, about it.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend goes, oh, God, I remember that thing. That was so embarrassing. I was like, I'm sorry that I embarrassed you, Tracy. Good time. Sorry, I'm ready for my cards. Ready.
That's hilarious. Okay. Cruise ship breaks down. 92.1.
Mm-hmm.
Hit your thumb. You know what? I honestly feel like they're placing that way too high. They're placing that. You're on a freaking cruise ship with plenty of activities to keep you busy while it's broken down and you wait for someone to come get you.
But you could be in the middle of the ocean in a raging storm when it breaks down.
Yeah, but cruise ships...
What if it's the Titanic, Ryan? What then?
It's not the Titanic, because the Titanic is at the bottom of the ocean, Heather. Cruise ships these days are built to withstand the crazy storms. You barely even notice them when you're on there. You barely notice them.
Do you know this from personal experience on cruise ships?
Nope, I don't. I'm just making an assumption.
Great.
All right.
What's the
picture? What's the picture? Let's see the picture.
I don't have that picture here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
Hit your thumb with a hammer, 18.5.
Mm-hmm.
Internet connection goes out, 7.1.
Uh-huh.
And you have to place person in front of you on a roller coaster vomits.
I agree with you that cruise ship breaks down does seem rather high on the list. Hit your thumb with hammer seems rather low on the list. To me. And internet connection goes out. Do these misery index people not have first world problems like the rest of us? 7.1, are you kidding me? My life is over without an internet connection. I would rather hit my thumb with a hammer than lose my internet connection. Well, for more than, say, 2 hours.
I'd rather lose my internet connection.
What am I placing? Person in front of you on a roller coaster vomits. Now, I have been vomited on.
That's
luckily
disgusting.
Only by my own children.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the only time I have not been a sympathetic vomiter. For whatever reason, the mom in me makes me not puke back onto them when I get puked on.
Right.
Which is, I think, probably good.
But now you're on a roller coaster. You're about to go upside down on a loop-de-loop.
God damn.
The person in front of you has vomited. Their vomit is all over your face, all over your chest, in your eyes.
And the roller coaster is still going, and now I'm puking, sympathetic vomiter.
Now you
and that's getting all over all the people behind me.
And now the rest of them are puking.
And then it's like a scene out of, what was the movie? It was Sandlot. Remember that?
I don't recall.
They all popped chewing tobacco before they went on a roller coaster, and the next scene was just them puking everywhere.
Oh, yeah!
I feel like person in front of you on a roller coaster. See, for me, I'm going to be putting this between hit your thumb with a hammer and cruise ship breaks down.
I'd rather be on a broken down cruise ship, to be honest.
I don't know if I would. Because again, middle of the ocean, could be stormy. What if there's no help coming? What if it breaks down to the point where nobody can send out a distress signal? What's broken down exactly on this cruise ship? Is it everything?
Those are all legitimate questions, Heather. It's just too vague. I think we have to assume the worst.
Okay. Then I'm keeping it there, and I'm going to say that a person in a roller coaster vomiting on me is not as bad as that. I feel like the game is going to make that be between internet connection goes out and hit your thumb with a hammer. I'm going to put it at 13. Lucky number 13.
Are you doing that just to throw the game, Heather?
No, because I like, for me, that's at like a 50. But the game never agrees with me on anything.
Okay, all right.
Are you trying to get me to lose?
No.
In my conviction of a 13?
Nope, I'm not. Let's see what it is.
I want to change my answer back to 50.
13 is your final answer, Heather.
48.1. Damn misery index. Anyway, you win that round.
Now we're tied.
And that means we're tied at 5-5. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play another round, and it will be the tiebreaker round. The winner of this round wins the game and the Stuff Happens trophy, which exists only metaphorically. All right, here we go. Tiebreaker round. Ryan, are you ready for your cards?
I am ready.
Excellent. Your worst clown nightmare comes true, 87.1. Develop agoraphobia, cannot leave house, 64.5. Fart on your first date, 52.1. Into this sequence, you must place don't hear the tornado coming. That makes no sense. Does it matter? Listen, here's my understanding about tornadoes for a second. I get that you have a big problem with the clown nightmare one. We're going to get to that. But a tornado has a completely random trajectory. Like, there's no way, to my understanding, there's no way to predict where or when a tornado will be.
Yeah, you don't hear the tornado coming. I am assuming you get hit by the tornado. So I'm placing that above my worst clown nightmare comes true, and I'm putting that at a cool 90.
I think you're right about that. Because you're right. We're taking it too literally. Don't hear the tornado coming means, in this game, it means you just got sucked into a tornado, and that's death.
Yes.
I read this story in, oh gosh, it's years ago now. I can't remember where I read it, but apparently there was a big tornado somewhere, and this couple was searching through the rubble. They had lost their like newborn baby because it had torn through their house.
Mm-hmm.
And they were despondently looking for what they figured was, not to be morbid, but the corpse of their child.
Right.
And suddenly they heard crying and traced the sound to a dresser and opened one of the drawers, and inside of it was their baby, unharmed.
How did the baby get inside the dresser?
Is that an amazing story? The tornado had God inside of it. I don't know.
Did they shove the baby in the dresser first? Like, I hope this protects our baby.
I don't know. All I know is that's where they found the baby, and the baby was okay. And this story might be an urban legend myth. But I like the story.
Insanity.
It's insanity. So, Ryan, are you ready to find out where this falls?
I am ready.
On this insane list? 99.2.
Bam!
You were 9.2 off. Hit me with my cards.
All right, you lose your pinky, 71.5. You're clawed by a rabid raccoon, 62.3. Move back in with your parents, 26.1. Your hand is super glued to your face. That's the one you got to place.
That might be why I had to move back in with my parents. Because I clearly can't take care of myself. That's the least concerning one on the list. They probably put that at 12.
Hand super glued to your... Yeah, okay. All right, cool. All right, 12, final answer? Let's see.
It's going to come off eventually. I don't know what the big problem is. Like, I mean, it's just an inconvenience for a little while, or you rip half your facial skin off. Either way, would you rather move back in with your parents?
I would rather move back in with mom and dad than super glue my hand to my face.
But you have a beard. You could just
Heather.
Get in there with an X-Acto knife.
With an X-Acto knife?
Yeah, something.
Coming
like
at
a
my
razor
face?
on a stick.
Do you hear yourself right now?
You cut the hair on your face off with it.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
I'm
plan.
assuming
It would fit.
that this is somebody who's clean shaven, has super glue all over their hand, and then super glued to their face.
They were so high when they did that. There's no other way this is happening to a person.
All right, so you put that at 12? Let's see what the answer is, Heath.
No, that's not my final answer.
That's your final answer.
No, it isn't. No, it is not my final answer. Fine, it'll be my final answer.
No, Heather, I'll give you another chance. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to stick with 12.
No,
I feel good about it.
No.
Okay, I'm going to put it, if I'm clawed by a rabid raccoon, am I going to get rabies and there's no cure? I mean, how are we doing this?
You just got to get shots in the abdomen.
35. I'll change my answer to 35.
35, okay.
51.3.
So I just won.
What did you say? You were 9 off, and I was a lot more off. Yes, you won. Congratulations.
I win the
Big
whole
fucking
game.
deal.
I win the whole game. Yes.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I would like to thank Mom and Dad. And I'd like to thank you for being so stupid.
You're welcome. Thanks for being my brother.
You're welcome.
All right. That's all. That's the end of Stuff Happens. Thanks for sticking with us for 10 rounds of that. Coming up next week, we start our next game, 10 rounds of, which will be Your Worst Nightmare.
Yes.
Keeping with the theme of misery.
Love it.
Excellent. Now, between now and then, send us your amusing stories based on the things that we've been playing in this game, including, but not limited to, literally, have you survived a baseball-sized hailstorm? I might just ask this question for the next 8 years till I'm blue in the face till somebody answers it.
Eventually, someone will answer it.
Yes. Tattoo mistakes. We'd love to know about those. And, of course, have you superglued your hand to your face? What was going on there? What happened? We need to know. Now, if you've been enjoying the podcast all this time, please do share it. You can tell somebody about it. You can text them a link to an episode you think they might enjoy, or you can post it on your social media. We would super appreciate you doing any one of those things. And last but not least, if you love Stuff Happens, if you think you want to play this at your game night, it's a great game night game. It's so much fun. You can go to goliathgames.us and get this game. Link in the show notes directly to the product on that website. And that's all we got. We will see you next week for Your Worst Nightmare. Goodbye.
Next time.
And also until we play again.
Until we play again.
Goodbye.